When we started, we barely had a minyan on Shabbat, and we started from scratch. And little by little, more tefillot, more classes, more learning, more Shabbatonim, events, rabbis coming, kids program, teen program, Mishmar night. We open up a kollel. Little by little, we start to grow and grow and grow. More people were inspired. Many more families actually joined the community, coming from New York, from Israel, from Chicago, from LA, from Europe. And all of a sudden, the community grew and grew a lot. Talking about the last Shabbatot, we have hundreds of people on Shabbat, over 200, 300 people coming to Kiddush. Women, children, the growth is crazy, above and beyond.
After the pandemic, we really saw many new families moving into Surfside, and we felt there was a need to create a new center for the Sephardic families to feel at home, to have community events and activities for them to participate and to be part of.
Every Thursday night, they have a very nice shiur, but I know they also make chamin, and they bring the chamin, and they do it outside, so it's a very nice feeling. There's many speakers that come, very interesting speakers, and a lot of people show up. They also do things outside of shul that I know that they do together. Like they go biking on Sunday morning, and then they have a shiur at somebody's house once a week, here and there. So it's not only what's happening in the shul, it's what's happening because of the shul.
It's not very often that you go to a shul and you immediately feel very warm and comforted. Nevertheless, I think that it's extremely, it's off the bat, that's the first thing I've noticed going to the Sephardic Center.
My first time going there was on a Shabbat day. I got there during the Kiddush, and I thought it was really beautiful to see a whole group of Sephardic people in this neighborhood, because I grew up in Miami Beach and I would come to Surfside, Bay Harbor a lot for Shabbat, and I never saw a wholesome environment like that.
I met Rabbi Mastery and Sharon Hakmon about 5 years ago. I had the privilege to be Chazan in this community, and Baruch Hashem, I'm happy to be here. I love the people here. I feel like everyone is connected, everyone is united, and we feel so special to be here. And the prayer time, you feel the achdut, you feel the kedusha.
When I sat down and heard his drasha, the first drasha, I came back home with a bunch of wisdom, and I was very inspired by it. When I came, I also met many people that were very warm, they were very welcoming to us and our family, and a lot of those people that were there were all new people that had just come to Surfside or Bay Harbor area. And when I met them, I started getting to know their names, and we were invited out for Shabbat meals. And then what I realized is that this is where I wanted to plant myself, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
It's just created a whole new excitement for us in the community, and the future is just beginning for us.
Not everybody has a certain background. Some come from more religious, less religious families, were religious. But all of them, at the end of the day, when they come to the class, they all feel at the same spot. Rabbi Mastery comes and says, how are you are you doing? Says hello to everybody. We high-five them, some fist bumps, sit down, we talk, we eat together. When we started it, kids didn't even know how to, one kid asked me even, what is Arvit? You didn't really know that much. Like, I know it's one of the prayers, which one is it? Is the one in the afternoon or the one at night? So we started from such a place, and then a year later, we could suddenly see that he's Chazan himself, the kid. And some of them didn't even know to read Hebrew, and now they're reading it. First we started with the English Siddur that has the words in Hebrew just written in English, and now he reads from an actual Hebrew Siddur. And we have kids here who their parents go to the shul, they go to other Sephardic minyans here, but the kids themselves, they don't see it as just being involved. It's feeling like they're friends, they're school friends, they're coming here and they're getting much more Yiddishkeit and Torah that they cannot get maybe from their school, from their surroundings on an everyday basis.
I learned many new things about life and a lot of Torah from the class, and a lot from what I learned from this Torah is like Torah is a way of life. It's something that you use to push yourself more, and it's like a guide, step-by-step guide of adding new things and new experiences that you can add to yourself to grow as a person. So a lot of the stuff we learned in this class could actually prepare us for the future, where we're going to be adults soon. It's very crazy to think about, and having this Torah-based structure can really help you out in the long run. So it's very important that we learn these lessons throughout these classes, and it really impacts me.
So I'm originally from way upstate New York, and then lived in New York City for 10, 11 years. That's where I really started coming closer to Judaism after going on Birthright, and I was part of a number of different communities where I was able to grow and learn. But it wasn't until finally when I came here that I felt like it all came together by finding this community. The rabbi was incredibly inspiring, someone I could really connect to, allowed me to reach that next level. Since joining this community and getting connected with Rabbi Mastery, it created a space that encouraged me to become much more involved in more regular attendance in all minyanim and shiurim and things like that. So it definitely helped me level up.
I didn't come from such a, Jewishly religious background, and I wasn't so involved in it, but I was starting to get into it. And then I met Troy, obviously, and he convinced me to come back for 6 weeks during the high holidays, and I'd never done any of the holidays. The only thing I'd ever done was Passover, and so I was, excited, and I got to hear Rabbi Mastery, speaking, which was, very powerful and inspiring.
For me especially, it's very important as a woman to be involved and be a part of this beautiful community. Usually in Sephardic communities, you see a lot of men involved and just the men, but here it's not the case. The women are more involved, and kids and families, and we have a lot of families coming in. So it's very good to volunteer, to give and get back in return.
We want the ladies to feel very connected and involved in the community as well. That's why we offer them classes on a weekly basis. We've had lots of different speakers, some centered just for the women, and some are here for the whole community so couples can come together. We've also had different events, including a paint night, which was very good at creating a sense of connection and a really fun atmosphere. We all left with a good feeling and a good vibe after that.
Having a Baal Tshuva background, this community is really meant for growth, and so that anybody could feel at home here.
The members of the Sephardic Center create a very warm atmosphere, a very welcoming atmosphere. Everybody's welcome there from all levels of spirituality, all levels of religiosity. And that's one of the reasons why I realized the shul adds a lot of value to our family. We've incorporated it into our family life.
We've had Rabbi Mastery give, shiurim in our home. It's not just a separate thing that we go and then we come home and then we abandon it. It's very much integral into who we are and who we are within this community.
Once I went into Rabbi Mastery shul, the Sephardic Center, that's when I realized that I wanted this to be my shul. I felt immediately comfortable once going in that shul. And for me, that's the biggest thing about a shul, is that you should, with Beit Knesset, you should feel at home, because that's pretty much the time that I spend most of my time in shul, besides being at home, literally. Rabbi Mastery is a very hard worker. Sometimes we forget how hard the rabbi is working. It's something that I recognized early on, is that he brings an incredible amount of energy, and I think that a lot of people gravitate towards him because of the energy he has.
I think his outreach with the young couples really spoke to me individually, just because we are starting a family and we wanted to grow together and grow our home. So the fact that he reaches out to young couples and young families was something that we really liked about Rabbi Mastery and the Sephardic shul.
Knowing Rabbi Mastery personally and seeing what he's done, no matter where you come from, what side of the world, he knows how to get you involved, whether it takes you 1 mitzvah or it takes you 10 mitzvahs, or it's just to show you a little thing, or it's to sit down with you and learn Gemara. I mean, he's able to bring that little impact to get you to want more.
We wanted to have activities that the children could participate in, such as Shabbat, davening. We have programs that we review the Parsha with them, there's raffles, we play with them, we get them to come to shul, and we have programs on Shabbat where they come and they pray together, and the sound of them praying is just so beautiful. We go over the Parsha and they're so excited to share what they've learned in school that week. We have many activities for the children throughout the week as well. We have learning Motzei Shabbat, we have learning by groups during the week where they come in and we encourage them to learn together in Chavruta, or also with the rabbi and with their parents. And we're seeing the benefits of it also at home when the children go back and they're feeling more connected to their parents, they're more inspired, and they play together, they get to know each other, they're making friendships that will last a lifetime. We have parents telling us, I was a little bit tired this week, I wasn't planning to come, but my kids dragged me out of the house. They were like, there's no way, we're missing shul, we want to come to the kids program, we want to win the raffle, we want to hear the stories. And that's amazing because we're connecting not just the children, we're connecting the adults through the children's program. On Tu B'Shvat, we had an event for them to really participate and give back to the community. And we saw a lot of positive feedback, not only from the parents, but from the children themselves. They felt good, they felt proud. We had young kids creating cards, we had older teens packing, and that's really the purpose of this campaign. We want to do more, we want to create more activities for the kids, we want to help them grow, we want to grow our community, and keep giving over the values that are so important to us, to the children.
Many years ago, we were a very small minyan. We became not only a large minyan, but a large family. I'm sure you've all heard tonight about the many activities, all the shiurs we're doing, all the different types of activities. But I want everyone to know that even though we are all going to continue, we cannot do it without funds. I've been to so many synagogues and have been part of so many synagogues, and there's really not one like this one. Because of the rabbi and all of you here tonight. That's what makes our synagogue. It's not people just coming and leaving and praying, it's people getting involved and doing something about our community.
What people need the most, it's the warm feeling that you care about them. It's the heart in the place. It's the Torah that really bring everyone together. It's think about the future of the children of the community. They need to have a place. The ladies, the women of the community, they need to gather together. Social events, places that can come, grow, get connected. The Sephardic Center is open for everyone, for all the Jewish people in the community, outside of the community, anyone that is stepping a foot inside the place, you feel like it's his own house, it's his own home, it's his own place. He can feel connected, he can grow, he can do much more than, oh, I went to shul, I pray, and that's it. It's much more than that. The center is a home for Torah, for growth, for elevation, for inspiration, to really get connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to people, and to yourself. Because what we really want more than everything is to be above and beyond, and that's the Sephardic Center all about.
In any way you can help, in any way that a person can support and give, I could say, in one word, that it goes for the best of the causes, it goes for our future. Every single dollar, every single helping hand helps so much for the kids' future. And I think it's a very, very, very important thing to put an emphasis on. And whoever is part of this is only going to be seeing so much fruits and is going to be zucheh for so much things from this, B'ezrat Hashem.
אני שמח לברך את הקהילה הספרדית במיאמי, ספרדיק סנטר, רבי יאיר מסרי, שיהיה רצון שחפץ השם יצלח בידכם. ותקימו את הקהילה שתהיה מיוסדת על אדני התורה ויראת שמיים טהורה. והיא תהיה כולה בקדושה ובטהרה אמיתית.
They just started this beautiful kollel. Al Yedei, a great rabbi that they brought from Bnei Brak, Rabbi Mastery. Unbelievable, wonderful Talmid Chacham, and a koach with people.
I've been around the world, so I know something good when I see it. And I know something even great when I see it. This is a great item over here, the rabbi. Therefore, hold on to him, stick next to him, and I have no doubt you're going to succeed. But it's not only his job, it's everyone's job. Everyone should help the rabbi. I want to bless you all, רבותיי. יהי רצון שבכל אשר תפנו, תשכילו ותצליחו.
כל באי הדינר של ספרדיק סנטר היקרים והאהובים, אני רוצה לברך אתכם, אשריכם אשרי חלקכם שאתם תומכים ברב יאיר היקר ועוזרים לחזק את המקום, לקדש שם שמיים ברבים. שהקדוש ברוך הוא ייתן לכם ברכה והצלחה. ברוכים הבאים בשם השם. כל מי שיתרום ויתמוך בקהילה הקדושה הזו, ודאי שהקדוש ברוך הוא יחזיר לו בכפל כפליים, בנחת, בבריאות, בפרנסה, בזוגיות טובה, בילדים צדיקים. הפעילות שהם עושים היא פעילות קודש, לחזק את בחורי ישראל הצדיקים, לחזק את עם ישראל ולקרב את הגאולה במהרה בימינו, אמן ואמן.